Chapter 25. Last time we let off, Arthur just realized that his entire planet is a supercomputer run by mice, and where we join our heroes is
Slarty Bartfast was beginning to tell him a story.
So I guess the city talks about. The story starts. I guess this chapter, it's kind of like paraphrasing, it's paraphrasing what Slarty Bartfast said.
Mm-hmm. He talks about how this race built a computer, and it was supposed to be the greatest computer of all time, but
whenever they talk to it, Deep Thought, it would always say, "I am the second greatest computer," and they're like, "Hang on, what? What's happening?" I think you can assume which one is the greatest, but we just gotta keep on. These two programmers, people that, like the lead people who programmed this computer, talk to it a bit. They try to ask it, they're trying to get out of what it thinks the best computer is. And they're asking for all these, like, really fancy, just pretty much, like, I don't know, like, really fancy things that, like, just really big calculators that they don't do.
Like the supercomputers of all the other, like, races and galaxies and stuff. And it's like...
And it can, it can calculate the trajectory of every single dust particle throughout a 5-week Dangrabad beta sand blizzard. But then he's like, nah.
Actually, my favorite one, I think, was, it's like, surely you're a better analyzer than... the Googleplex something. And in my head, I'm just like, obviously, Google wasn't a company at the time this was written, but, like, I was thinking, like... Did Google name themselves after this line in this Hitchhiker's Guide book? It's like specifically talking about like data analysis, I think, which is like a pretty big thing they do with like analytics and stuff. I don't know. That one just made me think.
Yeah, well, that was the one that I said. Calculates like how far, like tracks every single piece of sand in a sandstorm. And then Deep Thought's just like, yeah, but I've comprehended the Big Bang itself like fully. And it's like, that thing's like a pocket calculator to me. And they were like, yikes.
Deep Thought's like, I can calculate all the atoms in the creation of the universe. Like, basically the same as like a sand in sandstorm.
Yeah. And then there's the Great Hyperlobic Omnicognate Neutron Wrangler. Oh, rolling the R's. No, I'm not going to attempt that. I do like how... in the bits where they talk about aliens and stuff, they have inside jokes, but like that only relate to aliens. So it says, could talk all the 4 legs off an Arcturan mega donkey, which means nothing to us, but it's probably like a perfect, it's like a really fancy space idiom. So that's quite interesting, seeing how they've developed fancy language.
The only thing we really need to understand about it is that it has 4 legs. And it was saying like, he could talk all 4 legs off it, but I would be the one to talk it into going for a walk afterwards. Like,
yeah. So yeah, that goes on for a while where they keep like asking it. Eventually they ask it, what is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then like these two like alien philosophers like kind of like break in,
right?
Because they were like,
it gets to work on like finding the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, and then these 2 philosopher guys break in.
And they're like, hey, no, we'll be jobless.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So then it's like, fine. Well, when Deep Thought's kind of like, well, the thing is that to rewire my circuits to comprehend this, it'll take about like 7.5 million years. And they're like, oh, heck. But then the philosophers are like, okay, the philosophers are like, oh, yeah, sure, that's fine, works for me. It won't happen in my lifetime. And they kind of just stroll out.
Yeah, exactly. Really mad about you taking my job. It's like, 7.5 million years? Guess I'm not too worried about it.
The comparison you gave to Google is quite interesting, because their AI project is DeepMind, and the computer here is called Deep Thought.
Mm-hmm. And they also,
parallel. I
know they have some Hitchhiker's Guide sort of Google Easter eggs when you like type in what's the answer to life, the universe, and everything. And so
obviously, if you type barrel roll and Zorgrush and so on, there's another few. Yeah, Google Easter eggs are always good, but yeah.
Obviously, they're aware. It's just I'm curious about if there's any story about where they specifically got their name from.
Yeah, I think in the first place, it was just a misspelling of Google, of like a Google, and then they kind of just like stuck with it. And
Anyways, see ya in the next chapter.
See ya.